Hello, this is John Marling, Pulse Research. Thank you very much for attending our webinar this morning. What we want to talk about is an opportunity for your individual newspapers that was quite startling for me. Pulse is committed for the last 32 years in innovation and finding solutions for community newspapers like yours. And so I personally am kind of always looking and trying to identify some specific opportunities, for your individual papers that Pulse can, contribute and help you get additional revenue and content for your publications. And what I want to chat about today is real estate and kind of get your feedback. It's something that Pulse is thinking about doing. We've had a real estate home seller program now since 1995. And so, we've been involved in that space, for, oh my gosh, 30 years roughly, or 20 some years. And but what's happened recently is quite shocking, and I want to just cover some of the facts and tell you why I think that real estate is a significant opportunity for your publications today. Here's some things in the research that Pulse does. 49% of the households who say they plan to sell, their home, they don't know who to call. I mean, that's huge. 49% do not know who to call. And there is significant fragmentation, on the internet in real estate. The maximum share a real estate firm has, which firm would you call, is 15%. 15%. That means for an individual firm, 85% would not mention that firm, to call, if they've got a property they want to sell. And the reason I'm focusing on selling is that's what agents want today. I've met with, many of them across the country. I do a lot of four-legged sales calls, and that's what they want to get is listings. It's highly competitive, obviously. And here's some great news. In the research that Pulse has done, 12% of the households you reach with a community newspaper say yes, they plan to sell, some real estate in the next 12 months. That could be their personal home, that could be a condo, vacation property, land, even business property. So for a 15,000 circulation publication, that's 1,800 listings. 1,800 listings, and 49% of those don't know who to call. That's 822 who don't know who to call that your 15,000 paper reach. Here's another fact that is just startling. With our ad seller program across North America, the number one business category sold out of 600 business categories is realtors. Number one business category sold is realtors. That speaks volumes. And here's why. It's because the realtors are realizing that they're not getting traction. They're not being able to brand and market themselves because of the huge fragmentation on the web. One agent told me that her listings are put on over 182 real estate sites. No wonder she personally is not getting the branding, the identification for herself with that level of fragmentation. Just look at some of the facts on your screen right now. If you're looking to sell real estate or buy, what sites would you go to? 87% would not go to the MLS site. That means that 13% would. 85% would not go to the local real estate company site. That means that only 15% would. Look at that. Only 30% would go to an agent site. 70% would not. And even Zillow, the kind of the gorilla, the big gorilla on the block, 28% would go to Zillow. That means that 72% would not. What we're talking about here is huge fragmentation because of the number of real estate sites. And the net result of that is agents are not getting the branding, the traction, the recognition for themselves that they need. And that's what agents want and there are many new agents, by the way. What an agent wants to do today is be able to brand themselves, create an awareness that they are the person to call to list their home, able to differentiate themselves from other agents. And obviously, they want to get new listings. Here's the thing. Your newspaper can deliver. That is based in fact that the number one category sold across the Pulse ad seller network is real estate agents. There are agents now who are getting it. What's really interesting is, and I think you'll concur with me, back in the mid 90s, late 90s, when, the web, the internet really came on, it was the agents who were the first to leave, right? They were the first ones to leave your newspaper. And what's happening today in 2017 is we're seeing that the agents are the first ones to come back to the local community newspaper. Why? Because, as I said a moment ago, because of the fragmentation of the internet, they're not getting the branding, the results that they need and they expect. The smart agents are looking to the community newspaper as a way to differentiate themselves. What I want to chat about this morning is an idea that Pulse has and kind of get your feedback. By the way, my email is marling, M-A-R-L-I-N-G, at paper.net, or give me a call, 503-784-5772. And Pulse's idea for your consideration is an agent-focused program, a real estate program that is focused on and for the agent, not a full real estate site, because we can't compete against Zillow. You can't compete against Trulia. We don't want to be just another fragmented real estate offering. What our idea for your consideration and feedback is a comprehensive agent-focused marketing program with your community newspaper as the foundation of that. We are thinking about putting together a turnkey money-making opportunity. What I mean by turnkey is you're busy. You've got a lot of things on your plate today. I'm out there in the field. I'm talking, every single week with literally hundreds of publishers and ad directors. What we're suggesting in a turnkey program is both digital and print, a model that is very, very easy to execute. One of the elements of it is limit exclusivity, limited to, depending on your size of the market, just 20 agents. That will give some urgency. In past, when we've done things where we've, put a limit, the number, that has been very, very successful. In fact, Mike Blender over the years has done that very, very effectively. So what we're talking about in terms of a program for agents is quite simply a combination of digital and print. In the digital, it would be an agent-focused program, which I'll show you in just a second, all about promoting and getting brand awareness for the agents. But a primary component of it will be print, ROP, but also classified liners. Putting together a multifaceted print and digital turnkey program for the agents where Pulse provides you, with the elements that are very, very easy to execute. In terms of, the details of it, what we're thinking about doing, and once again, this is concept that Pulse is thinking about launching, is on the print side, for those 20 agents that are participating, there would be a full page ad running in your papers, once a week with those participating agents. And then each time the ad ran, a different agent would be featured. The agents, one of the important things to them is their open houses. We're suggesting a open house page once a week in the paper, that those participating agents would be able to promote their open houses in the paper. In summary, I'm going to go over the details here in just a second. It would be a program focused on and for the agents. It would have a web component that would also include social media posting, open houses, and also include, as I mentioned a moment ago, print advertising and also classified liners. And by the way, here's something that I think is extremely positive that most people don't know, particularly the advertisers. Consistently in the research we do for individual publications, classified continues to get significant results, consistent with quote unquote the good old days. We just completed a survey for a mid-sized daily. 83% of the households that they reach who ran a classified ad in print or digital, 83% either got many calls or they sold what they advertised. In every single publication, we do and ask the question, did you run a classified ad? What were the results? It's 75 to 76% either sold or got many calls off the classified ad. You've got a phenomenal ability to deliver results for these agents. So that's why we're including classified as part of the program. We feel for an average size community publication, this program can deliver for you at least $100,000 net revenue over the next 12 months. Let's go into some of the details of the program right now. First of all, the website. And this is proof of concept again. What Pulse is doing right now is reaching out to you to get your feedback. Is real estate important to you? Do you want to target and grow that segment of the business? I know in the good old days when I was a publisher, real estate was a huge component, not only in terms of revenue, but obviously content, because people, regardless if they plan to sell their home or not, they're interested in what is the value of their home, right? Okay, so here's an overview of, and you can take a look at it yourself when you get some time. It's pulseresearch.com/homelink. And so this is a program we put together to promote an agent, like one in your community, Chris Robinson here. So it would have a rotating agent of the 20 featured on the top half of the website with all the ways to contact her, information about her, etc. Okay, then it would have social media posts. As you know, Facebook, Pinterest, other social media is extremely high on the radar, for these individual agents. So this is ability with your website to repost to get additional exposure, for their real estate. We also suggest including being able to do a search for real estate, but this case it would be sponsored by a local broker. So the cool thing about that is it gives you the opportunity to get significant additional revenue, plus on your site be able to provide search, for local real estate. Let me show you how that works. So it would be set up for your site, sponsored and hosted by a local broker who has MLS, IDX, data connection. So a person just goes through the normal search criteria, like they normally do 150,000, let's say 250,000, let's say 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and they do a search. And look at this. What happens is it brings up the homes that meet their qualification in their community, but it's all the homes, regardless of who it's listed by. So this first home that came up here, this is courtesy of Keller Williams, but when you respond to this home, you want to email, etc., the email goes to Coldwell Banker. So Coldwell Banker will get the calls and get the email from those potential buyers through the search of all the real estates on your site. So that's been very, very successful. Other revenue areas, in addition to the agents themselves, is ancillary businesses like title insurance companies. In addition to that, we're suggesting that on the agent page, there be open houses. That's an area that has proven to be over the years, and particularly today, extremely effective. Now, when you click on an individual agent profile here, what comes up is more marketing details for that agent. So going into, they can, go to their listings, they can go to their website, information how to contact this person. Now, the social media posts here are their social media posts, so it's reposting, their Facebook. We're also suggesting that there be referrals, testimonials on their website. Once again, you can view all their listings, and in this case, on their agent page is specific information promoting their open houses. This is where the agents get buyers. They don't do open houses, as you know, to sell a property. They do the open houses to get buyers for their properties. Okay? and obviously get more listings. So that's an overview of the website. Right now it's, proof of concept. Why? Because we want to get your input. We feel very positive about the opportunity because of the fact that agents today are looking for solutions. The internet is not working for them. Many of them are turning to the community newspaper as a solution to get branding, differentiation, and results. Pulse would like to work together with you to put together a program that will generate additional revenue for you, and at the same time, and this is once again coming from Next Publisher, is help you build your real estate content on your website and in your paper. Why? Because that's a very, very high area of interest. If you have any, suggestions, ideas, please give me a call, 503-626-5224, or send me an email, marling@paper.net. I want to thank you very much for your consideration of working together. I'm putting together a agent focused combination web and print agent marketing program with your community newspaper. Thanks for your time this morning. I very much look forward to talking to you and getting your ideas and feedback. Thanks and have a great day.